Joining me now is Democratic Congressman from Arizona, Ruben Gallego. He is a member of the House Armed Services Committee. Also with us, Democratic Congresswoman from California, Jackie Speier. She is a member of the Intelligence, Oversight, and Armed Services Committee. Great to have both of you with us. Congressman Gallego, first of all, let me start with you. Your caucus on impeachment, where are you on that? What more can you tell us about today's calls and where it goes from here?
Well, I do believe we have to impeach this president. We don't know what he's going to be up to for the next couple of days now. He clearly was involved in this insurrection. He lit the fire and then fanned the flames and then sent it to Capitol Hill. And we don't even know what else was involved, whether he was involved in the denial of National Guard support. So we have very few tools in our toolkit to keep someone accountable as Congress. And impeachment is one of the ones that we have to use. And therefore, I'm supportive of it.
And realistically, though, is it anything more than it is symbolic? And the articles that would be introduced on Monday, realistically, even if they are during that pro forma session, ultimately allowed to go forward, is it really, Congressman, going to result in the eviction of the president from his office?
Well, I think the most important thing that it does is actually keeps him constrained, at least until he is out of office. If he has an impeachment that has already passed on the House side and still hanging in the Senate, should he act, in any manner that is contrary to democracy or puts, this country at danger, it'll be quicker for the Senate at that point to, finish the impeachment process. So again, this is one of the few tools that we have that we can keep this madman in line, and we need to take it. Unfortunately, I wish there's other things we can do, but until he's gone, there's very few things that we have in terms of keeping him in check.
Congresswoman, to that point, there are only 12 days left in President Trump's term. He could still certainly do a lot of damage, but give us a realistic sense of how would impeachment work with so little time? And do you think that you could, in fact, get Republicans to support you in a meaningful way to convict the president?
I feel very strongly that we must act. To somehow suggest, well, there's only a few more days. This was an act of sedition. He incited people to come to the Congress of the United States and to dismantle it. So we don't have a luxury of saying, well, we'll just wait it out for 12 days. I mean, this is an act that we must do as members of the House under the Constitution of the United States. So in terms of whether or not Republicans join us in this, we already have, I understand, one Republican who has signed on to one of these resolutions. I think there will be many more. I don't think we can somehow suggest that this is okay. And by not taking action, we are saying it's okay.
The Congresswoman, the Wall Street Journal editorial board is calling on the president to resign. But they also write this, that impeaching him would further enrage Mr. Trump's supporters in a way that won't help Mr. Biden govern, much less heal partisan divisions. It would pour political fuel on Wednesday's dying embers. We heard that also echoed in that press conference there from Kevin McCarthy, who I believe also spoke to President-elect Joe Biden about that. Are you at all worried that a second impeachment, even if warranted, even if legitimate, could hurt President-elect Biden's chances of governing successfully and unifying the nation as he said he wants to do?
This is hard for me to say, but having listened to my Republican colleagues willingly try to overturn the election, even after there had been the attack on the Congress. Almost two-thirds of the Republicans in the House voted to turn over the election results in the state of Pennsylvania. So I have no belief that there is a willingness to work with the Democrats. And I hate saying that, but I think that Donald Trump has a control over them, not so much because they believe him, but because they believe he has an impact on their ability to be reelected.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.